This is Russell Fagan, aka Sinistral Rifleman, and this is my video for the Rio Salado Multigun match held September 14th, 2019. I decided to shoot this match using my daily carry pistol. It is a K34 Charlie with S3F barrel and XS F8 sights. I've gone to the F8 sights because the Warren Tactical Savigny carry sights I used to use have a front post that's a bit too narrow for my eyesight as it is now, and I can't pick it up like I once could. So the F8 is a good compromise for me with relation to being able to pick up the front iron sight and still remain relatively accurate. I use a We Plead the Second pancake holster to carry my 34 every day. For the match, I'm using PMag 21s. I don't normally carry PMags, I use those just for range mags, but they are a good option for limited or tactical division because of the length. I'm using this match to proof out a rifle. I intend to become my back and forth to work in a bag gun or backpacking gun. It does have a Law tactical folder installed. This is the first time I've actually used this configuration at a match. I have done some testing with it, not in a match environment, so we'll see how that works out. This particular rifle has a KE Arms billet flared magwell lower, ambidextrous selector set in 45-degree mode, SLT2 trigger, flat top upper, Midwest Industries flip up rear sight, Aimpoint Comp M4 and a LaRue mount, Magpul Mo SL handguard with a scout light and a cantilever mount forward, and the barrel is a Wyndham Weaponry 14.5 M4 with permanently attached phantom flash hider. This stage begins with 8 paper targets engaged from this first position. After clearing these paper targets, the shooter has to move on to 2 different positions to engage 3 steel, 2 of them closer at about 60 to 70 yards and 1 at 200 yards. Given the size of the targets, I take these shots offhand. They're very easy to make. I'm first in limited 2-gun division, giving me 100 match points. Overall, I'm 5th with 81.82% of the winner's score. This stage begins with 5 really close paper targets with rifle, then 1 that I have to lean out the window for at about 15 yards. After clearing the chopper, I ground the rifle and transition to pistol. This is a good time to point out that this particular match is allowing PCCs because there is the PCC state match to be held at the same range later this month. I haven't done any 50-yard shooting with the F8 sights yet, so when I get to this position I have to figure it out on the clock. Initially I think that I need to hold high, but after working a grid I determined that I actually need to put the sights at 6 o'clock on the plates to make the hits. I'm second limited 2-gun with 91.95% of the winner's score. Overall, I'm 41st with 59.39% of the winner's score. I begin this stage with a full 30 rounds in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. Resting on this full magazine puts a little too much tension on the bolt carrier group, making it fail to go all the way into battery. Taking tension off of it, it closes on its own, and I'm successful in monopoding on the magazine for the rest of that engagement. This isn't really a big deal and just another reason to download to 28 rounds. For match purposes, sometimes we want to start with as many rounds in the gun as we can. If I shot this stage clean, I wouldn't have needed to reload with 31 rounds. At the top of this prop, it's really easy to build a good reverse kneeling position, so it's actually more stable than supporting on a rested magazine over top of that concrete bunker. In limited 2-gun, I'm first, giving me 100 match points. Overall, I'm 11th with 65.26% of the winner's score. On this stage, there are a total of 20 of these small knockdown targets, with 10 being on each side. The shooter has to go to both windows on each side to be able to see all of them. Rather than worry about how many rounds I've missed and if I'm going to run dry, I simply reload between each of the 3 positions. Reloads while moving don't cost the shooter anything.
Look at that boy move.
I'm second in limited 2-gun division on the stage with 90.87% of the winner's score. Overall, I'm 41st with 64.92% of the winner's score. In the end, I'm first in limited 2-gun division with 382.82 match points out of 400 possible. Overall, I'm 15th out of 103 shooters with 71.98% of the winner's score. 9 of the shooters ahead of me are PCC shooters that have much faster times on the pistol portions of the match. So I'm happy with how this turned out using my daily carry gun and proofing out this new rifle build. Now I'd like to mention that I edited this video in about an hour on my iPhone rather than 2 to 3 hours on my desktop. This feels like the right amount of effort for these club match videos, given that my channel is not monetized and I do not have a Patreon account to generate income off of them. My primary goal in running this channel since 2006 has always been to share my knowledge and experience in shooting and attending events with others to encourage them to participate in such events themselves. I will likely save more in-depth editing for major matches and special events in the future. Thank you for watching. Come back again for more match and multi-gun competition content.